Hey everyone, Starry Z here, Alternate Battlegrounds A. That's what we're talking about today. So obviously recently I made a video called Alternate Battlegrounds Autism, and that was just me gushing about how I'm excited for the rework of Alternate Battlegrounds, ABA. I had high hopes for this game, right? And recently they did open testing where everyone could play, and they opened it during like one of their game nights or whatever. So being the funny Undertale fighting game person now, I guess, I decided to play it, right? Because, you know, I was excited, I wanted to try it out, I could make a fun video about it, talking about it, and talking about how great of a game it is. If it was a great game. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad game by any means. I mean, there's definitely worse Undertale fighters out there. I'm looking at you. I mean, obviously some ups for the game is just, they aren't copy-paste movesets from other titles. Now obviously, Asgore and Sans have similar movesets to AB. However, I don't think that should really be something to complain about, considering this is just a rework of Alternate Battlegrounds, so it's like, there's no real reason to say, this is just Asgore for Alternate Battlegrounds. Yes, because it's the rework of Alternate Battlegrounds. I don't get the argument there. They also introduced new systems, like R being changed from a teleport to a unique move that changes depending on what move segment you're on. So like, Asgore can stop stamina regen for a short while, or upgrade his fire moves. Sans can keep people on the floor for longer, ride a Gaster Blaster, or, you know, teleport. Combat also feels fluid. Now, apart from like some black hole hitboxes here and there, combat feels fair. To an extent, right? As long as a roadblock exchange doesn't happen and black hole hitboxes doesn't happen, like, it's fun. The game's fun, and I can enjoy playing the game. However, there is definitely issues with the game overall. Those issues mainly come from Asgore. Now, obviously, I get it. Open testing. Everyone can play, everyone can test the game, try it out, see what ABA is gonna be. So this isn't the final release of the game. However, it is still important that we point out issues instead of just calling this a good game, great game, which it can still be, it just has issues that I think the developers should be aware of and try to fix, because they can ruin the experience or sour the experience for people. And again, to me, the biggest issue right now is Asgore. He is so powerful, holy hell. And I would point out exactly what the issue is, but I can't say for certain, because it just feels certain things. Like, he's definitely overpowered, but I can't say what specifically makes him overpowered because I don't have any numbers to work with. You can't see his attack stat, you can't see his defense stat, you can't see his HP. All you have the bars to go off of, and you just have to guess what the HP is. You can't see your stamina or mana stats, which mana is a system I'll get into later. It's just like, because you can't see the stats, you can't say for certain what exactly is overpowered about the character. Also, like, these classes, or characters I guess, don't have classes. Like, obviously I can assume Asgore is like a tank, right? Because that's how he is in every other game. Any game, every other game, he's a tank. However, in this game, I'm not so certain, because obviously he feels like a tank, but he plays like some sort of brawler, like a literal cannon. Meanwhile, Sans is still like the zoner character, obviously, with his Gaster Blaster, his bones, and stuff that reaches far, yada yada. You get it. It's just Sans in every other game. But again, for Asgore, I can't tell, so I can't say for certain what exactly the big issue is. However, I'm going to just make some guesses and assumptions based on, like, feeling. Because right now I'm just feeling around in the dark. Or I guess, like, a somewhat lit place when I'm colorblind. Like, I don't know how to describe it, really. I'm just mumbling, and you're just going to have to try and listen along and try and get what I'm saying. So, number one, both characters can zone. There's only 2 characters in the game, and both of them seem to just be able to zone very well. Like, literally, there's clips of me and Albus playing the game, and it's literally just us zoning, staying far away from each other and just landing our attacks. Because, like, the tracking in this game is surprisingly superb. So your attacks are going to hit from, like, a far range as long as your opponent doesn't juke him, or Sans doesn't use his telekinesis too, which is a projectile reflector, by the way, which I think is a really cool concept. But yeah, zoning and passive play seems to be, like, the meta in this game. It's just like, if you zone, if you play passive, you're still going to be able to hit your opponent, you're still going to be able to get some cheeky hits in, and then you just gotta wait for your opponent to fumble. So it's just like, there's no real point to approaching unless you get tired of like your opponent zoning, or you're in an iffy position and you need to attack the opponent. Try and get some hits in, try and whittle down their health. And Asgore is also good at that. Asgore deals some pretty decent damage up close and personal. Now obviously, through like seeing everything, it seems like Sans and Asgore deal around the same percentage of health. So like they'll like both take like half a bar or like a bar at times. But there is one exception to this rule. The ultimates. This is Sans attacking Asgore with his ultimate. But then we run into the issue of how strong Asgore's ultimate is, and before I show you this, I want to point out another issue with this game, is ults are too easy to land in this game. I am very serious. If you find a combo that works, it is guaranteed to land the ultimate, even at max stamina, max mana, which is a big issue with these games, considering like these are your like super powerful and strong moves, and because you gain ult meter so fast in this game, you can always just like use it instantly or save it for later to kill off the opponent, because it's gonna deal a lot of damage. Like literally, if you were up close to a like opponent, right, or you land a Trident 4, it's literally Fire 4 and a Trident 7. That is the combo to land Asgore's ultimate, and then Sans is just like launching the opponent into the air using a Gaster Blaster or knockback, whatever. Like, you should not be able to land these ults so easily, and I think the main issue is a lot of moves don't have a lot of end lag, which is, again, very important for these type of games. Anyways, so right now the Asgore ult should be playing, so I'm going to be like going into segment, but I just want you to keep in mind the damage of Asgore's ultimate is absurd. Like, I'm going to show you like freaking the Sans' health at the beginning of this ult, and here he is at the end of the ult, probably dead, because it deals like a bar of his health for no reason, while Sans' only deals like, I don't know, like half a bar. I don't know. Like, again, I can't say specific numbers, simply because of the fact of like, we have no stats to go off of. So, like, obviously it's overpowered, but I can't say why exactly it's overpowered, because it deals more damage than a combo at times. It's just like, huh? Now, obviously the ults have a long cooldown, so you're probably only going to land one ult per battle. And you know what? That's fine. That's understandable. That's fair and balanced. If you miss the ult or you land it, you're probably not going to be able to use it again for the rest of the battle. That is perfectly fine. But the issue I have is how easy it is to land that ultimate, and the fact that you can land the ultimate when the opponent is at max stamina or max mana, which, by the way, I will mention, it is confusing to tell how long the opponent is going to be on the ground for. Now, obviously, sometimes it doesn't matter because it is so easy to string combos together in this game. It is ridiculous. Everything deals knockback. Everything picks the opponent up. It is terrible game design, in my opinion. Anyways, back on track. It is confusing to tell when the opponent, or how long the opponent is going to be on the ground for. Because it's just like, is it your mana that determines that? Is it your stamina that determines that? Is it a mix of both? And like, there's even there's even points where it's just like, oh, the enemy is low stamina, therefore I'm guaranteed to land my ultimate, because you know, that's how these types of games are. Right? If they're low on their resources, it's much easier to be able to land your stuff. And it feels like stamina is the thing that determines that. Or sometimes it's mana. Again, it's confusing, I can never tell, and by the time I'm thinking about that, I already missed my ultimate because they got up and punished me. So now I don't have an ult to work with for the rest of the game. Then again, why would I ever use the ult when the opponent's at low stamina and low mana when I have the guaranteed combo? You know? It is confusing and bad design in my opinion. And also, back on the topic of being able to string combos together, like, I get it, you're a combo-based fighter. That's fine. However, the issue people have with these types of games is the fact that combos can last up to like a minute. Nobody wants to be in a minute-long combo. Now, ult cutscenes, I get that. That's ultimates, those are flashy. There's a reason why Smash Bros. Made every single ultimate much shorter and quicker to get back into the action, because nobody wants to stay in those. Those are unfun to stay in. So if you want to make a cutscene ultimate, make it quick and flashy instead of just like this long dragged out cutscene of Asgore using all of the souls to beat up the opponent. Which, again, it's flashy, it's cool, it's not complete canon to Undertale, but that's fine. You're allowed to be creative with these types of games, and I embrace the creativity. It's much better than just, like, doing UTPR Asgore, or doing SS Sans again, or, like, making Cross, like, play the exact same as SS, or if you do Delta Sans, he's the exact same as SS. Like, you get the point. I am fine with creativity and originality. I want more of that in UT Fighters. However, even again, for Ultimates, you can be as creative as you want. Just like keep them short, keep them simple, keep the combos short and simple. Or like have like 5-8 move long combos, but have them only last like 30 seconds, 25 seconds. Make them quicker, sometimes hard to land, because then the game is more fun and intuitive to play for both sides. Because again, in current ABA, Asgore can string almost all of his moves together, if not all of them. It is ridiculous. And not many people are going to have fun with this game, especially people who haven't played AB in a while, or people who haven't played like Undertale Fighters in general, because they're going to hop into the game, want to try it out, and then get absolutely comboed to hell and back by Asgore and Sans, because all of their like movesets have combo extenders. The Gas Blasters can combo into each other. Bone 5 can combo into more stuff. And you have aerial variants. It is unfun and not that intuitive to get into, because essentially what it is just spamming moves in a certain order. It's the same combo over and over, instead of just like, maybe I should use this move outside of combos or outside of combat, so that way, who knows, maybe I can catch the enemy off guard. It's the same issue UTPR has, where it's just like, there's no real reason to use your moves outside of combos. It's just like, save your moves for like your combos, and then you're gonna deal more damage, because melee is overpowered in that game. So like, well, in UTPR you could be extremely aggressive. In ABA you could just be extremely passive. They're two sides of the same coins, and just like, have great examples of what you should and shouldn't do in these Undertale Fighters. For example, you shouldn't make Story Shift Kara the way UTPR did it, because god dang it, that is not fun to find in the slightest. If you want my honest opinion, ABA could be better. Y'all can do much better. Right now it feels like any standard Battlegrounds game that focused more on the cool, flashy VFX and animation, rather than the actual game balancing. Again, I know this is just like public testing. This probably isn't the final version of all the characters, and they're probably gonna notice this when people start testing or they start testing. But genuinely, if ABA releases in this state, like you can still land your ultimates easily, Asgore is still a combo machine that deals so much damage, then I am not going to pick up this game, and I don't think others should either, because it is honestly not worth it if you're looking for a balanced or fun experience. Then again, most of these UT Fighters fall in the same basket, but at least Undertale Test Place is trying to balance their things, instead of just reworking their game into a less fun state. Like, it genuinely, ABA is less fun to me than Ultimate Battlegrounds was, and that's saying a lot. I am sorry guys, you did not cook with this one. But yeah, I want to hear y'all's thoughts on the game, so feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share the video, dislike it to hell and back, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Have a wonderful day.